business is business. Kutakuwa na clip fulani LinkedIn niliyoiona ati when you're preparing your products, it's a fight so mse mmoja anafanya mabag nini anafanya is punching there and then now there's one guy. It's called the market. Piga ngumi moja pale. Nilijipoint kama umewatch Mkurugenzi. So my mom was like, no.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, that's right. I'm a lifer. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I'm a lifer.
Welcome, guys, to the Techmovers, as always, with the mics. Today we are honored to have one of our Techmovers, who is none other but Kennedy.
Yeah.
And one thing I love about Kennedy is a remote software developer. So you guys who are out there.
Was remote. Something happened. Kuna kitu ilifanyika. Hataongea sana. Kuna kitu ilifanyika.
You're going to come to that.
Was remote?
Because remote.
Another thing about Kennedy, so far I know about Kennedy is a jovial guy, Shoshio, and you can notice if you have not started the pod, and he's already lighting up the pod. Yeah, truly, this is a tech mover in action. So Kennedy is going to tell us about his journey of software development and where he left the remote part.
So I know it's a journey because you don't wake up one day and become this software engineer. You don't wake up one day and meet the likes of the mics.
No, yeah, very true. Yeah,
so
by the way, I think
it's an experience. I know.
Yeah.
So welcome, guys, and I know we're going to get a lot from Kennedy.
Very true.
Because based on the experience that I've had with you,
Yeah.
you know, here and there, we'll get a lot, and I know you'll teach other people. Because we want these young guys who are trying to like venture into what we do.
very true.
We're going to have like a path that is already set, and for them to understand what it takes. Because people just think, you know, right now people are not even able to separate coding and wash. Coding, forex, and these separating. The people are not able to separate and really understand what it means for you to be a software engineer.
But just to add on that, I think it kind of is. I think Ruto is coming to sanitize here. Mkilipa ushuru mtajua.
Tax now, the government is like sanitize now the whole.
Sanitize, but it's okay.
So we'll pull back. Who is Kennedy?
Who is Kennedy?
And where are you from?
Wow. I think these are very good. There's a light that inanimulika, so I'm like, yeah. But I'm really enjoying this. I'm just a normal guy, an average person. I am a software developer. I think that's why we are here. I am a husband, at least. We thank God. And yeah, I'm a son. And it has been a very good journey.
Where are you from? Like
home.
Yeah. Your hometown, where you went. Life ilianza.
I'm initially from a place called. People don't laugh at this. I'm from a place called Subukia. I grew in Subukia.
So that's where musicians come.
Maybe na kina Samido we share something. But I didn't live there for long. So when I was in Form 2, we moved to somewhere else, and then that has been home for until today. So then the somewhere else was Nakuru. It was Nakuru town. People who have lived in Mwanga know the area, and then now after that lived there, did my university, then after did some work there. When Nakuru ilishindana, kaingia Nairobi, kuja kwa shamba la mawe.
Haya. Tumeenda. Shafika university. Where did you go to school? Tuanze na primary school. Where did you go to school?
There's a school in Subukia called PCA Umoja Academy.
PCA Umoja Academy.
Yeah. Okay. I know AJ yako kwa Limelight.
Shule ya mtaani.
No, it was actually a very good school. It was a church school. There was a PCA in Subukia that actually started it. I didn't do my class 1 there. There's a major primary school there. It's called Subukia Primary. I went there. Then I went to PCA Umoja, did hadi class 8, and then I left there and went to Nyahururu Boys High School until Form 4. Then now I stayed at home for some time, then joined university. I got on university just next to home, and then that's how kazi comes.
When did you first discover that there's a possibility in you becoming a software engineer? Is it in primary school, in high school? When did you just discover that engineering?
Okay, that's a very good word, because see, engineering is different. I never thought I would say engineering, but when I was young, I used to say I want to be an engineer. Engineer. And it's because I saw cars and I loved vehicles and nilikuwa nataka nichukue, and we used to tengeneza tu gari to mabati. We used to do things like, I have a friend, they taught us how to do. He has a business right now. He runs an upholstery big company. It's called Stitch by Wash.
I don't know.
Yeah. If you look, so us and Wash, we used to live in the same. My dad on the plot. Then we used to live in the same nini. So those guys were very crafty. They used to tengeneza some mabati cars, like you that peel pande ya juu mabati and then you flatten it, alafu inakatwa inakunjwa inakakaa gari, alafu una piga msumari una nini, then you end up like something like it's a ni gari lakini you have made it yourself. So then now those things, and then I used to love science a lot. Class 8 science.
Yeah, so initially you wanted to be an automotive engineer.
I wanted engineering, automotive, robotics. Hiyo line. Where I am building things nikiona na mkono, then
There's this question before we go further. There's this question we ask the Techmovers who come to this platform. Where did you first meet your first computer? Because I see
nice.
It really plays a very
nice. Let me tell you your story. My mom had a business. It was a video library. Uko to Subukia. And then there was, over time, she was working, my dad was also working. So there was no one to run the business. So we got someone who will merge business with us. So the guy who will merge business with us was a computer, alikuwa anafundisha packages back then. Where we used to have, kumbuka ile time ya Windows, I think it was 95. Yeah, ilikuwa 204 lakini Windows 95 ndio alikuwa. And I remember watu walikuwa kuja wanafundishwa Word, wanafundishwa Excel, copy and paste. But me sikuwa nikijua hiyo stuff. Mimi nilikuwa nataka tu niende washa computer. So like the guy will leave na anawasha computer. And then so one day I think we did something. There was an incident. And things didn't hazikuenda vile zinaendanga. So he came back and said, you know your children, I have put virus in my computer. Virus tumeweka wapi? Sijui virus iko kwa monitor, sasa monitor sijui connect vizuri na and my mom was like, nikiona mtu amekaribia mashini ya wenyewe. And I think after that, the next place nilikutana na computer ilikuanga high school sasa. Because it's Subukia. It is a back country kind of. Right now it's better. Saizi wameendelea. Back then ilikuwa ocha. I normally say some things and my friends go like, na hizi jina za Kikuyu zenye zinakaa Kiswahili ulitoleanga wapi? Naambia huko ndio ni learning. So but after that now the next place was high school. High school ilikuwa nini? Even high school, I was just so excited because we used to play Mario. A friend of mine alikuwa na hiyo banio CD ya Mario. So we'll sneak and we'll play Mario kwa nini? Kwa hizo so alikuwa anakuja na install. So tulikuwa najua ni ile na ile. And people will like fight to just take turns kucheza Mario after any. All this time I didn't have like a proper interaction with a computer. At ile hadi sasa nimekachini nayo. High school ended. The only thing I could do was turn it on, turn it off, weka password because at high school. Nah, I never did computer.
It was just a computer.
It was just like
never did the packages that
me hiyo hapana. So and then I had an older brother. So at least he was older than me. when we got when we were in Form 4, he bought his first laptop. Alienda akafanya alitembea huku. I think ilikuwa 2005 is when we had elections.
2007 elections.
2007 ndio kulikuwa na elections.
Yeah.
There was like a period. 2007. Yeah. So 2007 is he was in, ndio alikuwa anamaliza, he did a diploma in IT. So he finished his nini there, and then akaenda, when he was looking for a job, he finally just found his way around, akajipata tu IBC, and he was watu walikuwa wanasaidia kupanga nini then kupanga the IT part, like there was some parts in IT walikuwa involved. So he alicheza vile alicheza, kalipwa, and that is when he bought his first computer. Yeah.
Wenye walikuwa wanatuma from 31 ile ilikuwa.
Sikumbuki, but he was somewhere there because they came for training here, and then now they were sent now into the grassroots. So vile aliulizwa yeye alitumwa kwa the grassroots area karibu na kwao. So at least he was lucky there. Buda alinunua ilikuwa Hewlett Packard. He still has that computer hadi leo. And then huku nyuma ilikuwa shiny. It was a black one, imeandikwa HP. Alafu it was shiny, alafu it was heavy. Back then ilikuwa ni laptop, unajua? Buda laptop. You guys don't know what a laptop is. Right now I think hizi vijana mko na pesa. Jamaa ashika MacBook hivi nikaa. So that was a good laptop. It was a very good one. Like a HP nini. So now hapo sana tunaweza kuinteract, but still because hakuwa anakaa home, so he will come and he will go,
but you're touching here and there,
inaguza. So and then now a friend of mine, people used, around the same time, there was the Facebook boom sasa. When it was 6, there was a Facebook boom, and my friends in high school used to have Facebook. So me niliwasikia Facebook, lakini I didn't know. So the day I finished my KCSE, that day I went and opened a Yahoo account. I still have that Yahoo
Yahoo boy. I see you guys.
Me, I don't think. I think as we can.
Sasa nakwambia nyinyi mshapita.
Umepata Gmail.
Mlipata kama jina zote nzuri za Gmail zimechukuliwa na kina City. Exactly. So after that now I think hapo sasa ndio nilianza sasa kusumbuana, nikafungua Facebook. So hizo manzo Facebook. That was now 2007, end of 2007. Stayed home for two years. Phones hazikuwa hizi, simu mzuri tumezipata juzi. Kulikuwa na ka Samsung fulani kalikuwa na red huku chini. Haikunga flip. Flip zilikuwa zimekuja, and then they used to use WAP. The who's of that time ndio walikuwa nazo simu mzuri. Exactly. I remember my brother pia alikuwa na Nokia fulani. It was a very good Nokia. Ilikuwa inakaa Nokia, ulikuwa ndio watoa hivi. Back then, alafu unaingia Facebook, alafu Nokia una and then he had started doing some dev work. So he was building for Nokia. So there was apps that were called, it was I think J2Me. J2Me was for mobile. So like ukifungua the operating system at that time used to be called Symbian.
I think
So if you open those you will find those two applets. So my brother was making those and like the boom that we have now was that was now the boom of that time.
The one we have right now.
The tech whatever's tech bros being usikia juzi nilisikia mtu amesema tech bro anaenda mahali anaambia MP wao Jamaza ukiongea ninakuitishia mbili kwenye like but anyway but that was what he used to do. So he built he was working with a company still there, it's called Shimba Hills. So after that then he moved. Then now Windows came in with Windows Mobile. That was what now my brother was doing. And he used to tell me, because around that time I was in high school, he used to tell me, hey, people are making good money huku hivi. Kuja uanze. And then he opened an account with my name. Hey, pesa zinatupa huko ndani, unaona kijana 72,000 shillings a month. No, that was 2013, 2014 or
70K.
Yeah.
Now you're in campus.
Yeah, I was in campus then.
Okay.
So my problem with that was I don't like doing something I cannot explain. So I like to have understanding first. So even if I'm missing some parts of the information, I have everything. So yeah, but that went on. The Windows OS just disappeared. Like whatever happened, Android came, and Android and iOS now zimeshikilia market hadi wa leo. I think the same with BlackBerry OS pia ilikujanga, but there was nothing major for those.
So after now high school, you go to the university. What was your first encounter? Because what did you join kufanya computer science, or you just joined
Buddha
to do something else?
Buddha hiyo was danganyani. I remember in Form 4, and I hope Martha will never say this. I said it with my friends. I was telling them, me nikipata C+. Me, I've made it in life. And then a friend of mine was sat there. So that evening in class, called prep, a friend, someone said, was like, hey, wase, hebu ataenda msa lale, because iliwafika 7 preps 8 ikifika yafunga desk, mi nalala mbele ya preps kipigwa bed straight, tunaona nyinyi kesho asubuhi nikiingia. Na bado hiyo tapigana kidogo na principal, because the principal used to come around 5:30 kuamsha watu Nairobi high school. So napigana kidogo, nikimhepa nalala, naamka vizuri 6. Hata si 6, naamka vizuri 6:30 kunywa chai. Sasa ndio saa now your day starts. And then there was a time it was so bad. I had a desk with a little bit of Francis. And nimetoka kulala hiyo yote, nimeingia ni class 8, shika hivi na like it's 8 and it's not bad. And then you'll think that this is happening now when you expect not to be serious. That time nilikuwa Form 4. I remember a friend of mine, Mukiri, alikuwa kanga mbele yangu. Right now he's also a developer too. He did some work with Python. He turned to me one day and was like, "We Buddha, unajua KCSE bakisha 14 days no nalala saa hizi." And I was like, "Oh shit, okay, sawa." I tried to save the boat, but it was too late.
They had already sunk.
Where did you go to? High school?
Nyahururu boys.
Provincial schools. Drama.
No, I liked Nyahururu. Nyahururu was a very funny school. It was a very good school.
Yeah.
It's a scary place to imagine that you will send your child there, especially knowing what I know right now. But it in terms of building character, I think it is up there. Well, for if you want to build character, because you realize at the end of the day, character is more important than everything else, and it's built through people. Like Nikoshua, right now you carry a lot of what you learned in high school.
Out here. In a place kwa community.
Yeah. So it like helps you even to understand things. It helps you to know like, okay, this is not my place. I'm making.
You said you wanted to have the C+ and you know that umefika.
Yeah.
Did KCSE
Well, true to my words, actually, let me say this. I was expecting more. Funny enough, nilikunga like, hiyo exam vile nimeichapa. Well, like, there was one language that year, because I did KCSE in 2009, that I just knew flat out. Hiyo hata mkinitupia kamba sitapita. And there was something called Kiswahili. Kiswahili hiyo nilianguka flat. But I was like, hizi zingine okay, nasoko nimeanguka hii kidogo, lakini based on vile nimekuwa nikiperform mingi, hii kitu nimechapa. So when it came and it was my C+, and I was like, God damn it!
Nice.
I mean, nice. No, I was so pissed because I was like, would at least ka B plus hapo hivyo tungechukua. And then now you sit and you go back to, I think, I don't know what, back then results were not as hidden as they are. Ungeingia online and unge search results by index number. And I went and I looked for the results of, like I was looking for through the index numbers of the guys who were there. And I realized like majority of people actually fell under that band. And I was like, okay, sir, well, going hapa hivi, so we move regardless. So nikasema kaende, and my mom was like, okay, well, I was like, okay, I was pushing to actually go back in 2010 and actually redo my KCSE. Nieneka ningepita. My mom tried to look up for a place for me to see if at least ningejiinua kidogo ni. And it didn't go down. So back then, before that year time ndio Ruto aliletanga. The year that followed is when Ruto passed that bill ya sasa wanafunzi wakae nyumbani miaka 2. If you're old enough, you know, like before 2009, after Form 4 you will stay home for 2 years and then now you'll join university after that. So now that one was cancelled. Now you will join, you will just stay, alafu ukifika September wakati ama May mnaingia nyinyi wote mnaenda mkindanga. But at least I enjoyed the break yenye ilikuwa hapo katikati, so we stayed kidogo. So now ikafika sasa ni wakati sasa ya now picking the course.
Campus. I wanted to cut you short because we wanted to know, fast forward, what was your first language like you learned?
It was Java. Actually, I did like until today. I still do some work with Spring Boot, and I think Java is a very beautiful language. I think, well, you see, like when you're growing up, you learn your first language, you just stick by it. You find it, it's easier kuiongea. So a lot of times someone tells me like, we want you to come and do some code for us. I see people whip out Python. And I'm like, hey, Maze, amateurs. Java. But you think that I'm very good at it? No, it's because I'm just comfortable at writing.
I think at the end of the session, you're going to share some insight and benefits of Java.
I will try.
So far, how you see it and the future of Java?
Yeah, we'll try to pull something from you and see what we can pull. So now you are yes, on university.
Bado sijaenda bado sijaenda. Wanafika huko. Sijaingia bado. I was like, so me, I niliwa nafanya engineering. So my brother was like, wewe si ufikisha point za computer science, wewe ndio ufanye hiyo kitu. I was like, mimi sifanye computer science. Mimi nataka engineering. So I went and sat down with my mom and I was like, mimi ninajua physics ni hiyo, niko sawa. Hata kama sijafikisha the good points, niko sawa tu. Chemistry kidogo hapo ndio lazima tufanye bridging kidogo ndio alafu tujaribu tuonekane na tukaingia. So my mom was like, my older brother had done bridging and my mom was like, no. Mimi nimelipa bridging ngapi kwa hii nyumba? Na nijipate. Nilijipoint. Kama umewatch mkurugenzi, sema my mom was like, no. So she was like, no, ukitoka hapa ni shule tumalizane na wewe, mimi nimalize kuga mikono, wewe huko kwingine hiyo ni yako. So I was like, okay, sawa basi, you meniforce nifanye hata siku nataka kufanya hii juu ndio nafanya engineering at least. So meniforce, I went and applied and I was so sure nitaingia because I remember nilienda Egerton. There's 2 Egertons. There's town campus and then there's main campus. So I went to town campus to inquire about the courses. I kumbuka my mom was like, no, back then was, so I stayed home for a year without even haujui unafanya nini ama anything. So nilikuwa nimezoea kukatch like mimi nakaa tu nyumbani sifanye kitu. So one day my mom took my hand tukiwa town in Nakuru. There is a main street, Kenyatta University. It's Kenyatta Avenue. So like when you're on one end you can see the other end, look at what it is. So akiwa like on the other end akanipointia, "Naona Korea huko mbali, huko chini kabisa. Huko. Si unasoma Egerton University ndio kuna campus huko. Enda ulizie hizo makose zao, alafu utajua. Utaniambia unataka kufanya nini." I was like, "Hey, okay. Unajua umezoea before that unashikanga mkono. Kuanzia class 1 unashikwa mkono. Kuanzia nursery hata nursery ujuangi unajikuta tu ulianza kwenda shule. Class 1 unapelekwa. Shule ikifunguliwa class 2 the same, class 3. Class 4 sasa shule ikifunguliwa unaambiwa sasa shule ifunguliwe enda shule sasa. High school bado unashikwa mkono unapeleka. Sasa university tunashindwa. Na hii ni gani? Hii unapointiwa. No, huko. So yeah, I went nikauliza nini courses, nikauliza hey, by the way, computer science. Kaniambia yeah. Uko na nini? Ulikuwa na nini physics? So ulikuwa hapo C+. Min grade yako ilikuwa ngapi? C+.
Yeah.
Mathematics C+. Sawa basi. Okay. Well, shika application form, utaenda bank ulipe 1500 when paid. So I went alafu ujua like when you're applying for university you're given 2 slots. So this is my first option and then you have a second option. So if watu wengi watapply option 1 na wata make it wanangole wango wanaekwa ile yenye walikuwa umechagua ya pili. So mimi sasa sikuweka hiyo.
Uleka tu computer science.
Kafunga karudishia form.
Ilikuwa under influence ya bro yako ama?
Mostly obviously because yeye alikuwa like no, I don't computer science. Yeah, like
this is where the money is.
Tell mimi nifanye engineering wewe. Aweza kumbuka that time I was okay, he doesn't know but I was pissed. I was like unataka kwenda hivi mnaniforce niende hivi. How? So but anyway I went, it happened. This is the best part. So I think 3 months later nikaenda kuchukua my uni letter. So sasa for university sasa nenda parallel so you go to the registrar, then the registrar they have this jina watu wenye wameitwa. So kile jina yako Kennedy nani Kennedy Ndegwa Pendit. They looked okay, tunaangalia tuone jina yako.
Uko na letter already?
No, back then is you apply and then you sit and wait for the letter. So kaniambia okay, sad news is well uli apply naona jina yako, finally nimeona jina yako, but based on the criteria they used to have a senate that they will say like for someone to do this you have to have gotten here. So I didn't make the grades. Nina C+ yangu back home. Sasa nimekaa hivi sasa.
So this is after 1 year. Then you are going back home.
April sasa unafaa uingie August.
Uko karibu.
So you like okay sasa sasa yani hii mwaka ya pili
Sababu azingi.
Hii mwaka ya pili inaenda pusha nikinipata huko. No, I think hiyo time nilikuwa a true depression it was a bad one. So I think that lady mwenye aliniambia sija make it a few by the way it was bad. Nakumbuka it made me fall apart with many things because I remember nikienda home that day I was like me Mungu mimi na yeye tumemalizana.
Done.
Wewe kaa huko na mimi nikae huku. Mimi bas. My mom used to wake me up like for the next 2 weeks like hey okay it's not the end. Ni sawa si hiyo. Hii era ni ya kwanza. Hata hujafika kukuwa rejected na watu wengi. It's just the first one. I'm like okay. So a friend of mine alikuwa ameitwa KU kufanya econ start. I think econ finance. And he was a very good friend of mine. And I was like okay. Kaniambia by the sasa sisi ni mbeshte si apply tu na niko sure watakuita kwanza main campus tutakuwa niliendanga and I applied and that was it. So like a week into September like August hapo hivyo like a month before August ends because you receive your letters a month before and then you start preparing. That lady from Egerton called. Niambia Kennedy, sasa mzuri sana. Wafanya nini? No, niko home tu, sina maneno mingi. The usual two nitty-gritties. So she was like, okay, now I'm here and I'm holding a letter. Itangwaje ile ukiapply and then an acceptance letter that does not have a name. And I had people in my mind, but when I saw how heartbroken you are, I just thought of you and I said, let me just call you. Probably you'll take it up. And it was not okay. I did still computer science, but it was applied computer science. So, and it's not computer science, but it's applied computer science. And I was like, I'll take it, because they whatever I applied for is not even it. I really ogre. Because you had to go for your acceptance letter in Njoro, and we lived in Nakuru. Niliingia kwa matatu and I went looking for that lady. Nimetumwa kwa so and so. Nikachukua barua yangu, nika confirm, even until today I have that letter. I think people change your life in ways that you will never know. So I took the letter and back home. I was Mungu sasa mimi na wewe sasa ilikuwa joke. Ilikuwa joke.
How was your university experience?
So first year I liked, well, I nilipikingi up the coding parts easily, because nakumbuka I was very good at those, because ilikuwa straightforward. Nakumbuka nikiandika my first Hello World program, then niliandika first year first sem
ndio ulifanya Hello World
ya Java kwanza.
Data mnasoma Java ama?
Actually, by the way, in Campo I did primarily Java, because I had a project yangu ilikuanga Java na PHP combined.
The two, one front end and back end.
Java nilikuwa kunda desktop app ya Java, so I did that, and then nikaunda front end ya PHP.
Ulipiga desktop app nini project yako?
Sasa si Java tu, kushamaliza nini una export itangoje ile hiyo that need the thing you export, then you run it on your desktop, that one.
APK?
No, APK is for Android. Java has a different name. Nikumbuka in the course, I'll roll back. So yeah.
So this is first year you're building your first project?
No, I didn't. I didn't do anything major throughout campus.
Hello World na
even the
curriculum just nashika curriculum tunamaliza semester ikiisha. Campus there was a lot of distractions.
End of year project.
So that project that I did was we did another project. There was in third year you will do a group project. And do I remember what we did? Okay, I don't remember that. So clearly didn't do much of it. Clearly didn't do much of it. Yeah. And then now fourth year I did a parking system project. It was, well, at easy. It was better than what I'm seeing. I think Nini has gotten it. Paytech and the other parking companies have gotten majority of that. So yeah, it was almost something like that. It would have grown, like again, you're supposed to do that thing in 6 months, and then you're doing everything, and then you're still unando kilaningi. You don't know. Yes, you know the language, but then you're finding new things ukondani that you need to understand. The same thing. Hata saizi ukianza project mpya, you still use something na uko nyuma, lakini unafika hapo unajaribu kumbuka.
Logic translate. Yes, utatumia project kudikopa high.
Ama tu utangalia, you might find yourself just googling everything and then bringing it together and making it work.
Well, collaboration is a key element in software development. Na another question tunapenda kuuliza our guests is that when did you come to know GitHub? Like
nice.
The importance of GitHub.
2017. Hata si 2017. Nilikaa. So GitHub, actually I had to learn it by myself, because I was working kuna mahali inaitwa Flag 42 2017 at the airport. It was my first company that I got employed with in Nairobi.
As an intern or what?
Yeah, they later did there's a insurance application called Vehicle that is run by an insurance brokerage called Kenbright. So Flag 42 later did that. So I left and left sasa ndio walikuwa wameanza kuweka the building blocks and they did it. So they did that. But during that time hatukunga tumeshikanisha nini. We were doing everything is built on your computer and then you ship to your customer. So I think I did Git by my own in 2018. I left because I was going to school. I was going to do my masters. I was intending to alafu wenye mashule huko wakasema kijana una pesa visa yako X stay live in your country.
You had to like fly out.
I was really looking forward to doing my masters, so but good things actually came. So your time nilikuwa mkasiria kidogo, but something good came out of it. So I came back to the streets. Nikaanza kurudisa again. It was like a rediscovery.
I think yako unakasirika then Mungu anakuambia shika.
So what made you to learn GitHub?
So at first it was the best way to store projects.
And value. What I think
no, like
storing, just the
storing. First I needed, well, I had a computer in nilikunga nao campus. I stayed with it hadi nimekaa nao until 2019. Yeah, and so haikuwa na storage mingi, and you know projects vile zinaendanga, so you build it, nafika mahali the owner does not even want to hear about it, unaiweka huko hivyo. Ile siku utakuja kuniuliza kazi yangu iko wapi, I'll pull it, kwambia na this version ni nini, so if you want you either bring it up to speed or something like that. But that is how it happened. So I used it for storage mostly. I didn't even use GitHub. I was putting my code into Bitbucket. I still do until today because it's a private repo. It's more back then GitHub was very public. So like all my work, even anything new I build, I tupanga into a repo that I own in Bitbucket. Yeah, no, it is still Git. Yeah, nika msee kuja niambie Postgres, Mongo, then I SQL, bottom line SQL, naandika code SQL. So it's literally the same thing. Yeah.
So now you've gone through first year umefanya Hello World, you've done the project with the gang, paired with.
Yeah.
Now it's time now for you, graduate now. Here you are. Welcome to the real world. So, how did you first? Now, how was the feeling from university?
So the good thing was, for me, there's one thing I knew. Straight from university. Mimi kazi ya kuandikwa sitaki. Nataka nijisimamie, nijiamiange, amka sasa uende kazi and all that. And I was like, yeah. So what I did was, this is actually a very interesting story. So my friends, we had a friend who is currently a sitting MP somewhere, was in Egerton. So what happened was, he was trying to capture people, so he brought us close, said, now I brought you here and I want us to start a company, and we are going to do things. So tukakaa tukachanga, we register kampuni. I think we were 22 of us. Another friend of ours, the brother alikuwa na an office somewhere they were not using. Tena tukachukua ofisi, tukaislap hiyo jina, tukaanza we were trying to nini, and that is how we were actually discovering ourselves. And then like 3 months down the line, half the people who were in there, so we are going, see we are a new company, tumeunapaka to brochures, we feel important, we even have business cards. Umeshika business card yako ya kwanza. Ako ka feeling like hata kwa jina yako kila mali unaenda, and this is my kwa business card, and you're feeling important. Hata ukienda nyumbani your mama ajua take it, mama ajua anakupea pesa yako yote, lakini unamwambia trading show software developer, shika. Ukienda huko nje, spread the word. Spread the word. So, but you, like we all know, business is business. Kutakuwa na clip fulani LinkedIn niliona ati when you're preparing your products, it's a fight, So mse moja anafanya mabag nini, anafanya is punching there, and then now there's one guy. It's called the market. piga ngumi moja passes. So we didn't start by we have a product idea at first. We just jumped on the market, and we were doing everything. We were trying to do marketing. We were trying to do all these things. Equity back then, around the same year, 2015, I finished 2014. The office started officially in 2015. Yeah. So Equity around the same year released Equitel, and we were like, we will do all these great things. We even got a mentor, and he was trying to walk us through. We would like go look on the changanga to like 10K. Bring him in, come with notebooks. He will speak to us and tell us how we can do great things. And we were business owners, and we are self-employed na tumekufa nayo. So we stayed 2020 end of 2015 we realized 50% of the actually we tulibaki like 7 people
from 22 to 7 people
who are actively, and we realized okay, yes, we are doing tunaangukia kanini hapa hivi and we used to deliver websites. But back then, to be honest, I still wasn't doing a lot of the code. My friend was I was trying to learn Code Igniter. Myself and a friend called Nelson, and then we had another friend. He still runs a business called Preston that now was doing all the websites, and he was very good at it.
Still the same, but he has the same. It's not the same business, but he.
Obviously, he grew. No, now I'm expand. He's doing. I think he's doing better. But still the same field. So. And then things went the way they went, and we were like, okay, we cannot be making all this money, and then people are still coming to us like, how much? What's the profit? And then when you what we are calling all this money back then was like we used to charge like how much? I think tulianza na 20k for 25,000 shillings for a website, and then you'll be lucky if you'll get 3 in a year.
3?
Yes.
On 25k.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will be lucky if you got 3 in a year. Kwa watu wengi, and you are like, hey, okay, and you're waking up every day. All this time mkumbuka you're not making money. So it's like I was living at home. My mom used to pay all that. Used to support all those things I was doing. And then bado anakuhurumia nakwambia na uko na food na kutolea kamia na kuongezea. So we did that the whole 2015 until like mid 2016. So around that time, now we broke that one off, and we were thinking of starting another business. So we started a business called Clickaway Media.
Clickaway.
Yeah. Niko sure if you've looked at you've seen Clickaway. So Clickaway is still there until today. It's we later changed kwa kampuni. It's somewhere in a shelf. Iko tu mahali. He did projects, and the projects need to be supported, so you don't close those businesses, you just let them run. But still I was there. I'll put it like this. I knew I loved coding. And I knew I wanted to do these great things that I want to do. But I was not doing much because again, you're in a group, and then group dynamics. So kuna huyu msee is very good at management, huyu msee is very good at web design, and this huyu msee is very good at their own thing. And for me, no one like they will think like huyu msee ako sawa.
What is it?
He listens to us very much, and na tukituma yeye anaenda.
So up to this time, software engineering has not clicked.
No, I could code. I was very good, and then I ningechukua mashini because I had that knowledge. I could even write code on a book. Like ungeniambia I want you to write for me a code that does ABCD, and then I will do like a small breakdown, and then you write down the Java code to do all that for you. I will do that. But sijaingia, you see there's a niche, I think there's, I would call niche, because the niche is everything, like there has to be the need first that you are meeting, that now like pushes you to now want to do something.
So need bad.
So the need siko nimegongana nao vizuri. So 2016 we met a friend. It's called Albert. Albert used to be our lecturer, and Albert was very good friends with a friend with now one of the guys that we are on the table, and we had these very huge dreams, and we were trying to find a way. So somewhere in there, we came up with some few projects that we were to start. We even did the documentation, and we said this is what we will do. This is the flow that we are going to do. We got the partners, but now we are getting the partners, and we have not scoped the work. We have not said who will do ABCD and who will do what. And we sat down and we looked at industries. We said there's agriculture, there's education, and then there's obviously chakula. Well, it's still agriculture, but there's food and everything. And he was very passionate, and obviously. So now you have started. 2016, 2015, I think mid 2015 to look the first company, the new company. Now we are starting now. I'm gaining legs. Now I'm meeting a need now. Bado sijaanza kutembea vizuri sana. And we are saying, so my friend is saying we'll do the website for that, and then we can use some plugin from somewhere. I think it was Joomla. Then we can do, you guys mnasikia tu Joomla tu zinawapita. But ni sawa. So he was looking at plugins to add that will actually now set up. Just at first we were to do, and it's a Jumia kind of thing. But now that does solely food from the market. And that is how it was to happen. And we had everything, and we were trying to build it, and we were trying to deliver flowers. We were trying to like put out the word saying on this day we can I think Valentine of 2016 they tried that, like we'll do ABCD, but we never did anything, because at the end of the day, see, the fans, me your time ngeniambia nikupe do like Sina. Yeah, I look important. It's true. Na ninavaa vizuri kila asubuhi, and I look important, but there is looking, and then there is reality. There is the financial aspect. So now we are following the person who is, and I think he sat down, I don't know, vile tu biashara zinaendanga, and obviously it looks like we are like, you know, we are going to work every day, but when you asked what do you have to show, hakuna. We are still trying to find our legs, and there is not much that we have to show. There is internet, and this person you're eating the office space because you're not even paying that office. You're using internet. Unakula stima. You're showing up every morning, and then you're not even showing up very early because naingia 5 ikifika tumetoka. Hata si 8, I think nilikuwa nikijaribu sana inge 9. Because well, you still don't have that much, because majorly you're just coming to nini. So the guy kulienda it was not a nini. So towards the end we parted ways. So we took it was the company that was ClickAway. It was a business, not a company. ClickAway Media. So we took it, broke it, and then we set up another one called ClickAway Technologies. And then we moved somewhere into someone's house who had like watiki ukona keja mali utumiangi, somewhere within town, accessible for everyone. You just use it. So we moved our things there, and well, tu kawaida. Hiyo time bado tunasema strong. Mimi sijaribu kuandikwa mimi. Mimi. With all this head of mine. Well, I was still there. Well. So it went like that. And then we started. I think now then I was like, okay, I have to now start doing something. My friend is doing this, and then I now officially took up Android 2016, but 2013 I did some Android. I didn't do a lot in 2013 because that time nilikonga attachment, and I was also just free and I love just building things for mobile. So it wasn't anything big. So I left there. Then now 2016 I picked it up again, and now for the first time I built something that, like, the guys that we were there with, it was the app for the business. So we had done there's some work that we had done. We had done some banners na vitu hizo, and we were trying to market ourselves. So I said, like, okay, wacha to see tuko na website wacha niunde nini Android app for this. So I built it. It was struggle. It was Java XML, obviously. So the struggle now, I think it was like 3-4 months even, and then we had a product. And then now the web guy was like, okay, now I see you can work. Just before he's like, ule mse unakujanga office saa 4. Now you're like, now I see you can work.
Huko umeona niche.
Well, it was not even the niche, because there was a need, because your time mnaungana mtu like unaweza kunitengenezea app. It was that time. Unaweza kunitengenezea
Nataka app.
So naweza kutengeneza. So and then now I was meeting with people. So that was the first app I did, and they were like, okay, it's your first application. There's some parts that look nini, but then like when we go deeper, like when they ufanya hii, okay, so they were impressed, and I was like, okay, so I can do something. Ajo hiyo sasa ndio samanga like now you
validate.
And then the end of that year, 2016, the guy who was our CEO, kind of, we didn't even know what was happening. So sister yake alitoka kina Maju in 2016, and then 2016 December he called us scandal. Anatuambia by the nili apply chuo na ninaenda Maju sasa.
Shit.
And the company is still there.
Kampuni iko hapo, the CEO.
Yo, acha let tomoka.
CEO and I was like, oh.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, that's right.